Is like Mom in the same room?
Mama's snoring on the other bed.
I do this. And I yell, Mama.
So you wake up with her just frantically saying, Mama, Mama, Mama.
What, Chloe? What's wrong?
I hear wolves howling, and it's more than one.
Well, you can't tell if it's more than one. You just hear.
I hear a bunch of howling. I don't know if it's more than one. Can we wake the old man up?
Do you think it's the pup?
I don't think pups can, like...
You can remember he said that wolves have been a rare sighting around here for a while.
So, if they're a good thing and it gives these people in this town what they need, don't you think we should wake them up? Because they're here?
Yeah, let's wake them up.
Okay.
Because maybe they'll try to, like, bust the windows and come in.
I don't know about that, but I think we'll let the old man know we
So as
hear
I sit there
them.
and talking, you hear, oh!
Did it get louder and closer?
No, it's off in the distance. I mean, it's loud enough for you to hear it, but it's just way off in the distance.
That kind of scares me. And then I'm like, Mom, we should hurry and go get the old man.
What do you want to do?
I think we're gonna go try to find where he's at and...
Alright, so y'all open up the door y'all are in, and it's just a dimly lit house. You don't know where he's staying at inside the house or anything.
I yell, just to wake him up, I yell, rat, 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 to wake him up.
So you hear some fumbling back in the corner of the house, and this old man gets out, and he's just got his tidy whities on. He's got like his big belly out, his hairy he's just hairy all over. What's going on?
We hear wolves howling, so we're gonna wake you up.
Wolves? Well, it makes sense. The wolf I had, you let escape.
Hey, it wasn't my fault. I just came in, he bit you, he ran off. I didn't
You
say
didn't
right
bite
off.
me until you tried to touch it, little girl. Wolves are a sacred thing around here. Just go back to sleep. It'll be okay. And thank you sincerely for waking me up. And he kind of just stumbles off back
Oh, I'm
into
not
his room.
sorry.
Little one, you have quite a mouth. And he shuts the door.
Well, you have a big belly.
Oh, like, okay, Chloe, he did, like, it's not really, didn't really seem something important to him to, like, go outside to, like, see what it was or gather whatever was out there. So let's go back to bed.
Y'all never really heard wolves, so y'all are both kind of a little frightened. But, I mean, y'all are inside a house. The window that the one little wolf pup went through, he kind of boarded up. So, I mean, it's not... You can feel like a cold air blowing through it, though.
I want to, like, bust in his room and, like, say, get your big baby up, let's go check it out.
Alright.
We're scared of it, though. And we don't really know him, though. So I'm your mom, and I'm like, Chloe, let's go back to bed. We need our rest if we're going on this journey in the morning.
Okay, fine.
Alright.
Why was he in his tiny bodies?
He was asleep. Same
Because
reason you
sleep.
Same reason you sleep in your pajamas. He was just asleep. That's what he
Not
sleeps
my
on.
tiny bodies.
Anyways,
Back to bed.
so y'all go back to bed. It's morning time. You woke up by just a faint light of sunlight, which is weird here because like the sun never, from what y'all have seen, like never gets bright, and it's always really hazy up in the air, so you never can really see the sun, but there's just light. It's just a real eerie place, like nothing y'all have ever experienced before.
And I do that thing again. I'm like, wake up, tiny waddy, fatty waddy person.
I'm like, Chloe, calm down.
I'm awake, little one. Come eat breakfast.
Wonder what for breakfast? Maybe beef jerky for a beaver.
There's no rivers around here, little one, that has beavers. If you want something to eat, I would ask your mom politely to have your manners.
Mom, pee, pee, pee,
Chloe, you need to calm down. We're in his house as a guest. He's helping us. We have a big journey in the morning. Calm down.
So y'all go out to where you heard his voice at. So y'all get dressed. Basically, the stuff that y'all have now is the stuff that's on y'all's sheet underneath equipment and treasure. Except for gold, coins, and gems. Y'all are still broke. Brittney had like a $1 bill on her. As far as you know, you don't know if that has any monetary value here. So you can take your money or leave it. Are y'all leaving y'all's clothes? Or?
I think I want to bring our stuff with us because we don't even know if we'll return here
Right.
if we make it.
Let's-
to
So
where
y'all put it in y'all's backpack.
I bring my shirt and I tie it over my head for a bobbin.
All right. So you're wearing your shirt, looking like Rambo, right? Well, you don't know, right? Rambo is before your time. You're looking like a G.I. Joe guy, right?
I don't want to look like a G.I. Joe.
Yeah, so y'all walk out, and he's sitting at a table eating a thing of a ham, looks like ham, and some eggs. And he's got 2 other plates with like 2 big plates in the center. He's like, help yourselves, help yourselves.
Thank you for your kindness of the food. Sorry I was rude, but thank you for the food.
You're welcome. If you do what you say you'll do and find us Laszlo and Alina, then I can take a little bit of child foolishness for a little while.
You'll have to deal with it for a long time.
You plan on staying here, or you plan on in Erasmus, or going back
we're about
to
to go.
North Carolina?
We're gonna try to find those 2
Home.
persons.
Yeah, so we can get home.
And then,
So y'all gonna eat?
Yeah.
Alright, so y'all start eating. He's kind of quiet, just eating his food, like,
and then a bird like,
you burp?
it's a big one.
Oh. Does she like act like this a lot?
Unfortunately. And then I think as he's not looking, as he's like taking his bites, I'm just like stashing some food for the road. Because I don't know if he's going to give us food.
Alright, so roll D20. And then on your thing, on your paper,
13.
on your paper, underneath skills, it has a thing that's called Sleight of Hand.
Yeah.
So what is that? What's the number beside it?
Oh, 7.
Alright, so 13 plus 7 is 20. Alright, so he's just like all in, he's just all in his food eating, and like you pull some ham into your bag, kind of scoop it in. He still don't see, so you keep doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so you just scoop the whole plates
And I look at
into your
Chloe,
bag. Into your
So she don't say anything.
And then I make another hand sign.
and he looks up and he's like, "Oh, y'all are hungry."
Yeah, we always are hungry because we're human beings. That's why we don't
Oh,
eat
so
things.
you've encountered werewolves before?
Wait, what? Werewolves? There's werewolves?
What?
There's tales of werewolves and all through the land, and tales of zombies and any manner of scary stuff you can think of.
Awesome.
But you can't be a zombie because you're not eating my brains.
Are you?
So how are we supposed to survive this journey?
And he's like, "You're the one that said you wanted to go find Laszlo.
I
I'm
know,
appreciative that you do, but I figured North Carolina had werewolves and zombies.
No.
And,
Nothing of the sort.
Our place is much nicer.
oh, so my house wasn't
No. I'm just saying that we have stuff that y'all don't have, and it's okay. Because we're in a different mansion right now.
You come from a mansion, so are you
No.
are you royal? Are you part of the Straw family?
Oh.
Is your last? You keep mentioning this North Carolina. I'm not sure where this North Carolina's at, but days began, so.
And then I run over and kick his belly.
So, alright, so you run over. So you run over and kick his belly, and he kind of like, as you went to kick it, he kind of like pushes it to the side. He's like, "Okay, y'all must leave now. I'm tired of this banter. I have these hides to cure in case y'all die out there in those woods. I need at least something to trade to the Vistani." out above y'all. Good luck. And find my puppy.
Make us.
No,
I will make you leave my house, little girl.
And I start hushing her and I apologize. Please tell us anything you can tell us so we can survive. What do we look for? What does this person look like?
Alright, so, you know he's told you that Alina was 8 months pregnant. You know he's told you that the Vistani said this is going to be the worst winter ever. And that he's also mentioned that there's a coming storm, that the weather's going to break within a day or two. The last thing he knew that Laszlo and Alina traveled out to the woods. Around the same time, that little wolf puppy showed up, like a few hours later, or 12 hours later, I guess we can say, tied up to their house. He hasn't seen it. Well, he hasn't seen who tied it there. He hasn't seen Laszlo or Alina since they left. He has told you that wolves are kind of a sacred thing around here and that they haven't been seen too much. I can tell you that they had a camp. They would go to a little makeshift shed, I guess you could say, that they would stay at in the woods. I'm not sure where it's at, but I'm sure it's off the trail somewhere, back from whence you came. Maybe you could start there. Or maybe you could track the puppy tracks through the wilderness. I don't know. You said you would find them, and I'm just a merchant.
So we have the choice to backtrack on a trail, or
You can take the trail that you know is at least existent, or you could try to track the puppy. And the snow is sporadic, so there's not really. It's not like there's snow all over the place. You can track the tracks through. Plus, you don't know if any of y'all are proficient in tracking a puppy track. You know the puppy was bleeding, but it's been at least a good 8 hours since the puppy jumped through the window. So
I think I'm going to tell Chloe, like, look, these people can help us get back home. Let's forget about the puppy for now. If we find it on our way, great. But we're going to try to find these two and find their camp.
Beating up people.
do what?
I mean, like, they're crazy.
Oh, we're crazy. Did you say that out loud?
I said it in my head.
Oh, okay. So he kind of shoos you out the door, and you hear the door shut and like he's locked it. So y'all are standing on the front porch. There's a faint snow falling. It's cold, chilly outside, but he's dressed. Yeah, it's morning. He's dressed y'all appropriately. You can see it's daylight, but you can't tell where the sun's at. It's just hazy up in the air. There's no wind blowing. You see other people moseying through the town. They're all dressed like in just really, I guess you could say, homeless looking clothes. They're dirty or whatnot, and they're just doing odds and ends, cutting firewood and stuff. You got the trail that he pointed to, the woods that he said that Laszlo and them hunt their game prey in for the hunt their game in for their hides. So what do you want to do?
Do you think we have everything we need?
He gave you. I mean, you
Especially
stole a
that,
whole bunch
we're
of
going to
ham.
be. We got food. Are we going to? We got like everything
He
we
gave
need.
y'all what's on y'all's character sheets. So plus you have the clothes that y'all wore there. So I mean, he gave y'all got some leather armor, some daggers. He gave y'all a crossbow, which Chloe's never really used a crossbow, but I'm sure if it came down.
Try to shoot it, and then I
We don't need it yet. We don't know if we're going to need it.
So what do y'all want to do?
Can you like just teach me once how to shoot?
I mean, your mama's never shot a crossbow before either.
Or have I?
Or had. Dun dun dun. So
Have
what do
you
you?
shot a crossbow before, Mom?
I'm an expert at it.
She's an expert at shooting
Does
cross.
that change anything or
No, I mean.
Can you teach me how in case we need it?
Well, I'm not really sure if we'll need it. Also, we have daggers, and I don't really trust
So as y'all are out there talking about like what y'all have and training, the door you hear and the door kind of creaks open. The guy said, Are y'all not gone yet? The day grows short, the nights grow long, and I wouldn't be in the woods if it was dark if I were you.
Be quiet, you.
Shuts the door again.
First of all, I'm like, Chloe, quit being so rude. These people are helping us.
They're old people.
I don't.
Every once in a while, you see like people like walk by where y'all are standing, just kind of arguing, mother to daughter, and they look up at you and they keep walking. They're not really paying y'all any attention.
So
Every once in a while, like one little raven flies over, and I mean, it's a really barren, dead-looking place.
kind of like. I don't know what to do.
What are you thinking?
Do you mean you don't want to go to the woods?
I'm like,
I think it's our best bet. I don't, based on what this guy has said, and I think I trust him. I think he knows what he's talking about, and I think we need to find these people that's missing.
That's the only way. You don't know how to get back to this North Kakalaki that y'all are talking about.
oh,
So
we're
we're-
crying out loud. It's North Carolina.
But he don't know. He don't even know. All he can tell you is that you're in Arasanu, and you're in the land of
That's all you ever talk
Barovia.
about.
That's all he. I mean, that's where he's grown up. And Barovia is ruled by someone named Strahd.
All right.
But he asked you to find his puppy and find where these people were. This Laszlo and Alina were. And last thing he knew, they went to this woods that y'all stood on the end of.
Can I like pretend I saw something in the corner of my eye?
You can do whatever you want
Pretend?
to. So what did you
Like
see out of
I
the corner?
saw something like in the corner of my eye, but like I couldn't really tell.
So you tell your mom you saw something out of the corner of your eye, but you couldn't really tell? Alright, so roll a d20.
Chloe.
A 13. So, Chloe, on your sheet, there's something called deception. It's up towards the top.
It's 3,
Alright, so what is 13 plus 3?
16.
16. Alright, Brittney, on your sheet, there is something at the very towards the bottom called passive wisdom.
Yeah.
So what is yours?
9.
Alright, so Chloe's basically told you that she saw something out of the corner of her eye, and you believe it.
Like freaking out, and I like pull it to me. Chloe, what was it? Was it like an animal or somebody? Like what it was?
I heard like a little girl.
Like a little what?
A girl.
Alright, so you believe she heard a little
Do you think it was the wolf puppy?
Maybe let's get our daggers and see if it's not a wig.
Well, we're not going to kill it because it's a sacred animal, right?
Yeah, but if it isn't, we can for food, and we can give it to the old man.
Okay, so I think it's a good idea to just be prepared if it's something that'll harm us.
Alright, so you pull out your daggers off what Chloe told you?
Yeah.
I think
I mean, you believe her.
secretively, I don't want to pull it out like
Okay.
with these people walking by.
Alright, so y'all kind of prep yourself. You see your mama kind of like putting her hand on the dagger or the knife.
And I just see my.
So what do you say now? Because y'all are both at the edge of the step, like, looking around.
Like how far off was it?
Ask her. I didn't hear it.
It was like at the corner of his house.
Okay, since we're pretty close, I think we should just go see, make sure if it's not the wolf, maybe.
Alright, so y'all go walking around the house.
Sure.
Alright, you go walking around the house, you don't see anything. There's nothing. I mean, it's just nothing. People are kind of looking at y'all doing circles around the house. And all of a sudden the window comes open and the guy puts his head through. He's like, have y'all not left yet?
I saw something at the corner of my eye, and I heard a growl.
We thought it was the wolf baby.
I'm sure you'll see so much more if you actually get to the woods. However, I appreciate you looking for the puppy. Now find it, little one. He shuts the window.
But I yelled. I'm not gonna yell anything bad. I was just saying we were trying to look for it, but then we heard something, and then we followed it. But then it was actually nothing.
And then I hushed her up, and I'm like, okay, Chloe, it's time to go. We need to go, because the days are short. Let's go. We head towards the woods.
Alright. So y'all get y'all stuff together and you're heading towards the
And
woods.
we still like have our daggers
dagger.
ready.
Okay. So y'all are walking towards the woods. The landscape is basically like how y'all saw it the first time. There's the ground's real stony. The soil is packed. It's kind of hard, like it's been frozen. Nothing's really growing too well. The trees are just kind of withered over and dying. The bushes have no leaves. The grass is brown. Occasionally little snowflakes are falling, but they're falling more than they were before. So you can tell the weather's coming in, like it's just getting kind of darker. Still can't see where the sun's at.
I told Mom what I did, and like, hey, if we want to find a puppy, like, we can like get the beef jerky out, and like hold it out and see.
We need that for ourselves though.
Yeah,
Between
got
me
ham.
and you,
You didn't get jerky. You got ham.
between you and me, we're saving that for ourselves. We don't know how long this trail is, how long we'll be out here.
So there's a wet spot in the bottom of your backpack where you scrape this ham and eggs in. So it's not gonna hold up for long. I mean, it'd probably be decent to eat, but it's not gonna be that great. It's not like beef jerky. It's just ham.
Then I took the limbs off these trees and I wove myself a really sturdy backpack.
All right, so you start breaking off limbs off these trees. What are you doing? Because your mom she glances down at her backpack. She sees there's like this wet spot. Y'all are just kind of walking up the woods, and she randomly walks off. You're just breaking off tree limbs.
Mom, what?
Vines. I
What?
should have said vines.
There's no vines growing. There's no vegetation really.
What in the God's green earth are you doing?
We need to
As soon as you
save
say gods, you hear thunder rumble.
Chloe, what was that?
All I said was God.
Okay.
Thunder rumbles again.
Don't say anything else.
You mean that
Don't
word?
say that word. What do you think happened?
You think there's that on this world?
What do you mean?
That thing, that word that I just said on this world? Or somewhere?
So the snow's starting to pick up again. Like it's actually coming down pretty decent.
So I run to the man's door and I'm like,
So you run back down to town?
Can I jerk her back
Yes.
before she takes off?
Y'all roll D20.
Both of us?
Yes. You gotta roll higher than Chloe or she takes off running.
Go. Wait, a 13? A 19! Oh, God. 2!
Alright, so as you're breaking off vines and you hear Chloe behind you saying something, what in the God's green earth are you doing? Thunder rumbles. And then you're like, what was that, Chloe? And she says it again, thunder rumbles again. Then she just takes off running back down. She's not too far from you though. Because she's just running kind of
I
like.
dart off after her and I try to grab her by her
Alright,
clothes.
So
and
you
stop her.
catch up to her and you grab her by the back of the backpack and it kind of like jerks her back and she's like, whoa.
I'm like, Chloe, do not run from me again. Do you want to get lost from me again?
Not.
I'm like, Chloe, be serious. We're out in the spooky woods. You
I'm
have
not
to.
scared.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, you're actually it's kind of scary.
Knowing Chloe, you're scared to death.
Yeah, it's kind of, I can understand you running back to get help. I get that. 'Cause
Mom,
you're scared of thunder.
I was just running to get help and see if the old man did
No,
something.
we have to do this, Chloe. You have to stay with me. Do not run off from me again.
But
You
what
stay
if
with
it
me.
becomes a blizzard?
I don't care. You stay with me. You stay with your mom.
I will. But what if we can't survive the weather?
Leave the decisions up to me.
But what if you don't know what to do?
Neither of us know what to do.
Y'all get help from the old man. That's a good idea.
The old man told you he's nothing more than
He
just a
doesn't
merchant.
want us to return. He wants us to go find these people. He helps us, and he also helps the people in this town.
I got a plan. We could.
So as y'all are sitting there arguing, the snow's coming down a little heavier now. It's gotten colder in the last couple minutes that this hole's transpired. Brittney, you're still holding like a little handful of twigs. So, what are y'all doing?
After I've straightened her out and told her, like, you do not do that again, stay with me. After I fix my backpack so we can make what food we have last, we keep going.
Alright. Chloe, roll your d20.
9.
Alright, no. You can't look on this side of the wall. Alright, so you are getting kind of spooked out. Because it's just not something imagine you waking up one day and you fell asleep in your bed, you just woke up somewhere you've never been before.
Like.
Your mom,
Just listening.
yeah, just the jungle, you're just out in a weird place where it doesn't look like any life is at. You haven't seen any animals, other than a little wolf puppy, but you heard they were rare. You've seen some deer skins and stuff. So you know there's probably animals elsewhere, but it's kind of easing into the back of your mind fear. Like you're starting to get afraid.
And like,
So Brittney, you roll a d20.
and then all of a sudden, we like,
Can she keep going before I roll?
Yeah, you know. I mean, she.
and all of a sudden we hear like a wolf,
18.
All right. No, you don't. It's not. You don't hear anything. That's what I'm doing. All right. So Brittney, you're not afraid. Like your mama instincts have kind of taken over. Like you know what you got to find a way back because your other daughter, Khaleesi, you don't know where she's at. You don't know where your husband's at. You just know you started. So like, it's been like almost a day. You've stolen from a guy some ham. I mean, you're just kind of like now you're like at the edge of these woods, and this has been told, and now you just know like you see the kind of fear. Like you can tell Chloe's acting up because she's just afraid.
So we're at the edge of the woods?
I mean, you're close enough to the woods. You see the woods. It's closer than you have been since you first appeared in the woods.
I like,
So wasn't the supposed, what was it, camp of these two people?
It's somewhere in the woods. You don't know where.
I said, why don't the gods like us to say that?
Chloe, do not say that word again!
Something, you don't know what, doesn't like the word gods in this world. And that makes you even more afraid.
Alright, Chloe, I don't think we're on the same world as you guys. I mean, obviously, but this is like something really different.
Yeah, if we said that word in North Carolina, the sun would pop up.
Okay, not necessarily, but okay.
It would nothing happen.
So,
True.
what do you want to do?
I like.
Go to the woods, or
Are we not in the woods?
you're at the edge of the woods? Are y'all walking and talking? Like towards?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So y'all are walking. Chloe is saying the word gods. Occasionally, there's a thunderclap. The snow's picked up. It's gotten colder. So you're at the edge of the woods. What?
I just realized every time I say that word, the snow picks up.
That's a good perception there. But anyway, so y'all are at the edge of the woods, but it's not like any woods you've ever walked through or seen. They're just dead trees.
So continue the same scenery.
Well, before you were just in like a field. There's an occasional tree here and there, but now you got to the edge of the woods. There's just dead trees. There's dead leaves all over the ground. There's a trail that goes through it. It's eerie, silent. As y'all walk through, occasionally you hear like twigs break.
I'm like, Chloe, freeze.
So you freeze. And it's just, as you freeze, it's just totally silent. Like there's no sounds, there's no
Did you hear
ravens
that?
squawking,
Did
there's
you hear
nothing.
something walking? And
Yes, I did.
So y'all stand there for a little bit, roll a d20.
Can we like grab our daggers out?
You can if you want to.
What's
Go ahead.
We
Go
had
ahead.
them out the whole time though. We have them ready. We didn't have them like this, but we have them ready.
So the whole time y'all were walking up
No,
the hill.
I mean there's
Oh, the little.
maybe like there's a
It was
loop on our
kinda-
pants,
okay,
and it was
so-
easy to like.
All right. So y'all kind of pull y'all's daggers out a little bit and kind of stand there. So y'all
Yeah.
stand there. All right. So roll a perception check.
What's that?
Roll d20 and then add whatever numbers next to your perception.
Both of those.
Both of y'all.
Percent.
19.
Oh, so you got
Where?
perception. Do you have any skills?
I got
It's in alphabetical order.
19 too.
Okay.
So I take away one, right?
Yeah.
Says
So you have an
negative.
18, and then Chloe, what is your perception? So
One.
All right, plus 1. So what's 19 plus 1?
It's 18.
Plus one.
Oh.
Plus 1. All right. Bravo. All right. So Brittany's kind of looking around. She's like, she heard the twig break, and then you're looking around because you heard the same thing, but you don't really notice anything. It's just eerily quiet. You can see through the trees because there's no really foliage or leaves. It's just a dead woods. You see nothing moving, and as you stand there, you hear another twig break, but it's like in the opposite direction,
I'm like,
or like some leaves crackle. Like,
So what did mine mean?
you didn't. She rolled higher than you, so
Oh,
I
it
mean,
don't matter.
yeah. So she just you
so
see her
I
stuff
like
that you
got my
did.
arm around mom and I like step back and like we shouldn't like. What are we doing?
I think we want to keep moving, and I don't know what's here, a ghost or whatever, but we're going to keep going. Maybe pick up our pace a little
All
bit.
right, so y'all pick up y'all's pace a little bit.